A word from the Rebbe, and this speaks Parshas Kairach, and connected to Gimel Tammuz, the Yom HaElul of the Rebbe. Kairach's taina was, as it says in Posik, he said that Kol Ha'ida Kulam G'deishim, every Yid is holy, Ubeseicham Hashem, within every Yid is Hashem, Madua Tisnasa Al Kal Hashem, why are you keeping yourself higher than the average Yid? Which means he complained against having Moshe Rabbeinu. And he brought an example. Chazal say one of the examples he brought was, if you have a bayis shekula svarim, if you have a house full of svarim of Sifrei Torah, does it need a mezuzah? And he said it certainly does need a mezuzah. Same thing, if all the Yidden are holy, why do we need somebody Moshe Rabbeinu, which is like the mezuzah? We don't need, if all the Yidden are holy, like if the whole house is full of svarim, we don't need a mezuzah, which just has the few parshias of the Torah. And the Rebbe explains what was his taina. So the taina of Kairach was, we don't need a Moshe Rabbeinu. Doesn't mean we don't need a leader. Everyone knows you need a leader. Like it says in Pirkei Avos, if you don't have a leader, it's called chaos. You have to have a leader. That's a gashmistic, understandable thing. You also need someone to teach you. If you want to learn Torah, there's no way you could learn if you don't have a teacher. You don't have a malami, you don't have someone teaching you. That's not the kind of taina he had. His taina was, why do we need a Rebbe? The way Chassidus explains what is the union of a Rebbe is not just to teach your Torah, which he does that too, but that's not his main function. Main function to instill in the Talmidim, in the Chassidim, in the Yidden, the union of Yiras Shamayim, to instill in them Avas Hashem and Yiras Hashem, to instill in the Yidden the bittul that they have to Hashem. As it's explained in Chassidus, that the truth is we have to remember that everything is Hashem and everything has to be permeated with the bittul to Hashem, and that's what the union of a Rebbe is. And that's what Kairach tainet. Kairach's claim was, we don't need somebody like that. It's enough, all the Yidden, and if they learn Torah and they do mitzvahs, that's good enough. We don't need the concept of somebody who will instill in them Ave and Yireh. That's not important. And he brought a raya from Baye Shekula Svarim. A house full of Svarim means like a person who's full of Svarim. A person knows a lot of Torah. He's full of Svarim. He's full of Torah. He has Torah. Nevertheless, he claimed you don't need a mezuzah. But the truth is not like that. The truth is that you do need a mezuzah. Why does it need a mezuzah? If you learn Torah, why do you need a mezuzah? The mezuzah represents the union of Avas Hashem, Yiras Hashem. It says in mezuzah is written, Shema Yisrael, v'haftas Hashem, l'kech love Hashem. V'hoyim Shemay is connected to Yiras Hashem, to fear of Hashem. You must have Ava v'Yireh. When you learn Torah, it's very important to learn it with Avas Hashem, Yiras Hashem. And that's why we need a mezuzah. But Kairach, you don't need a mezuzah. It's okay if you're full of Svarim, you learn, and that's good enough. You don't need that special thing to instill in the person Avas Hashem, Yiras Hashem, and all the inyonim that goes along with it. And that was his raya in the Gei Moshe Rabbeinu too. You don't need somebody who to work specially on instilling in the person these ruchnisdiki feelings that you're supposed to have. And that's why he said, Kol Ha'ida Kulam G'deishim, they're all holy. B'seicham Hashem, the all of Hashem, which is true. Every Yid has Hashem within him. Every Yid has an Hashem. And nevertheless, you still need a Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu, the person who instills the Yiras Shamayim into the Yidden, the Avas Hashem, Yiras Hashem. And that's connected to Gimel Tammuz, the day of the Yom HaElul of the Rebbe, that the Rebbe is the one that stills in us the real understanding of Ein Neid Milvadei, the way Chassidus explains that there's nothing but Hashem, and brings out within us the true bittul nullification to Hashem, that everything that we do, says Durgenumen, should be absorbed with the union of recognition of Ein Neid Milvadei, that there's nothing but Hashem.